doing?
Yeah.
The one that's gonna keep sliding. Turn the music up just a little bit. I can't even hear it. Hey Jerry. Hey how was everybody's day? I ain't gonna lie, today I did nothing but read all day. I read all day today. I put the kids. Coco. I had the kids kind of go hard today with their homeschooling, and I read a couple of books, took a nap, and that's it. It was great. So I got me some tea, y'all. I got me some tea.
You gonna have my tea, Jeremiah? What you put in it?
I was just gonna ask you what type of tea that you make.
Turmeric and pomegranate. Yeah, him and honey.
Okay, he doing a turmeric tea. I'm doing a colon cleansing and calming tea. Yeah, so I mix mine. I have one which I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of scared of it, because y'all know last time I took this tea, it did me bad. I don't know what in the world made me want to do it again, but I've been eating a lot of beef. A lot of beef and just a whole lot of junk, and I just wanted to clean out my colon, so I have a colon tea. I'm happy. I was worried that you was about to do a colon tea too, because I'm like, I need the bathroom to not be crowded, because y'all know we only got one bathroom and we both can't drink colon tea. So after probably like 3 days, we was probably gonna get a colon tea.
It's honey, baby. That's honey. You can put honey in your tea.
You can. You're cleansing too?
Yes, I put honey in my tea.
You do, honey.
A little bit more. You cleansing, I'm not, baby. I'm just playing, you know I'm cleansing.
I ain't saying nothing about your tea.
She want to say something so bad.
I ain't saying nothing about your tea. Yeah, we chilling today.
Yeah.
We chilling today.
That's better.
So y'all know we came on here this morning. We read a couple scriptures, did some prayer. And we were supposed to come back this evening on Wood's channel, but we decided to come back on my channel. I guess we'll be back on Wood's channel hopefully tomorrow. Which we don't get a lot of viewers when we do these type of lives, you know. When we on here praying and worshiping and having discussions, and you know, a lot of people don't really want to get involved in that. They really tune in to us when we fighting or having problems. But right now we are not having any problems. We are really focusing on our spirituality and drawing closer to God. We just really taking a moment to really reflect on ourselves and
Y'all hit them like buttons.
You needed a reset? Yes, be free. Get you a reset. Get you a reset. So, if you guys been dealing with a lot of different things or been wanting to draw closer to God and just don't know where to start, you guys are more than welcome to start with us because you guys know that I am far from perfect. I am very hot-headed. I'm always on go. I'm always on go. And I really want to do better as a person. I ain't gonna lie. At first, when I decided to get back into doing the prayers and worshiping and discussions and stuff on the live, I was very shy and shameful to do it because I had already did so many different crazy things on social media, and I'm like, nah, I don't need to do that. But then I'm like, you know what? You got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere, regardless of, I'm gonna be honest. Like, even with me reading the Bible and doing my prayers and doing my worship, I still continue to fall short. I still got a lot of bad habits that I'm still working on getting rid of, because I still smoke. I still have my drinks and, so I have a lot of growing to do. But in the meantime, I'm really focusing. Okay, that's making your nerves. Okay, that's not a Bible though. This the Bible. This right there is not on top of the Bible. This is sitting on top of a different book, but I'll close that book. But what I was gonna say, yeah, I really like the fact that since I have been reading the Bible, like I catch myself applying a lot of things that I read, like I really apply a lot of stuff that I read from the Bible to my everyday life, and I'm really, liking that. Right now, I really want serenity, like I really want to learn how to be more calm and control my emotions and not be so quick to attack, so you guys please feel free to join in. Look out for us in the morning, look out for us in the evening. And I'm not saying my channel is just gonna just convert over to this is what my channel is going to be about, but this is going to be a part of my channel because I do want to start being consistent with doing this. So y'all know, one minute I come on, I be strong and I be focused and I be consistent, and then you won't see it for a while, and I'm trying to change this. So, but welcome to the ones who are joining us this evening. Welcome.
Amen. Amen.
So when we come on here and we are reading from our Bibles, for the ones who are new, I read from the New International Version. Woods reads from the King James Version because I cannot understand a lot of things in the King James Version, the thoueth and saith thee. So I have a hard time understanding. So sometimes I read the verse from mine, and he'll read the verse from his, or we'll both read the same verse from both Bibles to, figure out the interpretations. Hey, y'all. Yeah, Woods is old school. He's a little distracted right now.
My bad. I'm sorry, I'll do it later. So what's going on?
You heard that though? So would you like this? What's the requirements for the start tonight? This morning we waited for 50 likes to start.
Same thing. Ain't gonna change.
Alright, well once we get to 50 likes, you guys, we'll start. We're just letting people get time to come in, and y'all make sure y'all smash that like button as you guys come in. I'm really nervous about this tea. I'm gonna let y'all know how this tea do. I'm gonna show y'all the tea that I got. I got so much of it. She said, have you stopped talking about yourselves yet as you were this AM? I don't understand what you mean, Miss Virginia. I don't know what you mean. Explain to me what you mean, Miss Virginia. Thank you. I'm not finna. You know what? The last time I saw Miss Virginia came on here saying, you say you're gonna do one thing, you're gonna do another. And I said, Miss Virginia, I'm gonna start back doing my morning worships on Monday. Now here Monday is, I done did my morning worship. And now I'm back on here in the evening doing the morning worship. And this lady's still on here with something else opposite to say. I'm not even gonna acknowledge you no more. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna say your name no more. I'm gonna call you V. I'm not going to acknowledge you anymore, V, because I see now that you are a person that is going to find something wrong in every single thing that I do. And I'm going to refer that back to Matthew. I believe it's chapter 6 or 7. I'm not sure, where it says, you're so busy trying to get the speck of sawdust from my eye, even though there is a plank in yours. So maybe if you were to remove the plank from your eye, you would be able to see clearer.
She gone, man.
To remove the sawdust speck from mine.
Thank you, Ms. Anderson. I think we're gonna read Proverbs chapter 22, a good name. And Proverbs, 23.
We need some more lights. Can we get the lights up, you guys? I'm gonna be honest with you, Kyra, when I started reading about Wicca, I'm in the beginning stage, and right now the book that I have is not really positive towards Wicca. And I was telling Woods that it's not really positive towards the Wicca, and because it was positive towards Wicca, I didn't want to speak on it yet until I got a little bit more in depth with it. But so far, what I have read, it was talking about the two different documents that started, the witch hunting, and it was talking about the 300 years that was like really horrible for rich.
Do I have
Like
what?
when I do my research and look into different religions or beliefs and stuff
Yeah.
like that, like I really like to start at the origin, if that makes sense, like
Do
the
what?
very beginning. And in the very beginning, it was
What
not
is this?
very friendly, like it was speaking of a lot of Satanism and, talking about the initiation process. But like you said, that's just like now with the Bible. The Bible has a Old Testament and the Bible has a New Testament where things were a certain way in the beginning and now there's a certain way, in the next part. And so right now I'm still in the beginning. Like it's breaking down Halloween and talking about, All Hallows Eve and how trick or treat originated and how on the 31st is when you guys have like your strongest power. And I ain't gonna lie, a lot of witches got done very badly, especially in the judicial system. Like lawyers would not represent them. It was I'm still kind of like in the beginning stage. I ain't gonna lie. When I first read the first couple of chapters, like my first little research, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of dozed off because it's like I kept trying to look for the good because I noticed you said earlier, you said that Christianity came from it. And so I was trying to see where did that part come in, but I haven't made it I haven't made it that far. But right now I'm at the part where right now people really believe in, werewolves and warlocks and poltergeists and vampires just as people believe in the Bible and prayers right now. Like back then, spells were just as powerful as prayers in the time that I'm in right now. And I see that the Pope was calling a lot of shots as far as the witches. So, yes, anyone was a witch, and I saw that they even got to a point to where they were torturing people. Even the judges had been trained to make people confess as witches that were, it was really deep. It was going to a lot of different twists and turns. And so, like I said, I really don't like speaking on it if I'm not very knowledgeable. Right now, I just only touched the surface of it today. So, like, you give me a couple more days and ask me again about what have I learned about Wicca, because like as soon as we got off the video, that's the first thing I did was the first thing I did was start reading about Wiccaism. Is that how you say it? Wiccanism?
Wicca.
No, it was another term. That's what I just had my book on.
Two more, we almost at that 50.
That's what I had my book on. Matter of fact, this is my book that I like to read a lot of. I just had it on there. Oh yeah, The Power of Witches. And it was talking about, you guys, covens. But yeah, I was reading it. See, yeah, witchcraft. But like I said, I'm pretty sure. See, I'm right at the beginning. Like I said, I'm at the beginning. So look, I'm not saying, hey, I just saw evil and that's what it was. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm in the beginning, and I went back to its origin. Far as like the beginning, that's the only thing I found so far, and that's what I've gotten so far. But I do know that it's very old. It dates back like over 2,000 years before Christ. So, that's something to think about. But it has my attention. I'm gonna keep digging and just looking into it. At first, I was looking at Hinduism, but then it kind of like Hinduism has so many different things going on. I just long time to learn about, but I'll be honest. Okay, we at 51. Sorry, you guys. I don't mean to keep babbling, but I got you. I got you. We're gonna talk about it. I am drinking tea.
Okay.
Tea.
She got me drinking it. She finna go to the bathroom though.
I'm doing a colon cleanse and tea. Yeah, all I ever heard. Well, that's all the book was saying was bad, but you know, it's more to it than what they portray. You know, when you research something, you really have to dig. What's the name of the book? This is an old book that I found called Handbook of Today's Religions. It's very old. Well, I'm gonna see what this dates back to. This dates back to 1960. Yeah, 1960 to 1975. But it talks about the beliefs of the Orthodox Christianity,
about all
Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormonism, Children of God, Christian Science, Unity, Ghost, Hypnotism, Magic, Ouija boards, Satanism, Spiritism, Superstition, Witchcraft, Hinduism, Buddhism, Judaism, Islam, Atheism, Marxism. Like, I don't know, it goes back to 1960. But it has like a compilation of different books dating back from the 80s. So this is mostly in the 80s. A lot of this came from the 80s. But yeah, like
I think we got that at the thrift store.
I got this before I even met you, babe. Like I've been had this book for a long time. Remember I told you I lost it?
Yeah.
And I found it and I was like, because I thought I had let somebody see it, because I was telling somebody about it and I thought I showed it to them and they took it, but I had it. So yeah, it breaks like everything down.
Proverbs chapter 22, y'all. I want y'all to get y'all Bibles and read that with me.
What we reading?
Proverbs chapter 22, and then we're gonna leak into chapter 23.
Proverbs chapter 22. Are we gonna? Okay.
I want y'all to read. We having a discussion. We just gonna talk about it. We ain't gonna do like morning praise, and you know, everybody gonna give their own thoughts and opinions on this.
Okay, chapter 22. Proverbs 22.
Thank you, Miss Cassandra.
You gonna read it?
Yeah. No, I want everybody to read it to themselves real quick.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go through it. Like, it's 29, so 30, we'll do 5, 5, 5, and 5, and 5, and 5, and just discuss it like that.
5 what?
5 verses. We'll read 5 verses, discuss it, read another 5, discuss it, read another 5, discuss it, until we get finished with both of them, then we can go out.
Okay.
Read it.
There are people who ain't got no Bible on here.
We gon' read it, we just gonna do it together slowly. Want everybody to kind of get their own understanding, then we're gonna go through it and explain it together and try to figure this thing out. I'm gonna read it, Miss Wig. I'm gonna read it, baby. So if you got your Bibles in your read 1 through 5, I'm gonna get ready to start reading and we can start talking about it. That's right.
Baby, I can't read with your Barry White. Sorry, honey. Every time I get you go. Let me read. Okay, I'm gonna just wait on you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm sorry. We finna get into it. Okay, y'all ready? If y'all done read it, let me get an amen, some prayer hands or something like that.
Are we stopping at 17?
We'll go to 29.
Oh, okay.
Okay. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold. The rich and poor meet together. The Lord is the maker of them all. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are not punished. By humility and the fear of the Lord are riches and honor and life. Thorns and snares are in the way of the forward, for he doeth keep his soul shall be far from them. So y'all understand that?
Oh, you need the first 5?
That's the first 5. Now you read it.
Can we read the first 5 in the New International Version? It says, a good name is more desirable than great riches. To be esteemed is better than silver or gold. Rich and poor have this in common. The Lord is the maker of them all. A prudent man sees danger and takes refuge, but the simple keep going and suffer for it. Humility and the fear of the Lord bring wealth and honor and life. In the paths of the wicked lie thorns and snares, but he who guards his soul stays far from them.
So you understand it?
No.
Come on, man. Really, just.
I mean, I get the rich and the poor had the same thing in common. We all made from the same person, rich or poor, right? Same God.
Okay, Miss Sam.
Humility and the fear of the Lord. Humility and fear of the Lord bring wealth and honor and life. Stay humble. Praise Him. And that'll bring wealth and honor and life. In path, the wicked lie thorns and snares, but he who guards his soul stays far from it. I mean, I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
It really is. That's why I picked up. This was kind of self-explanatory. Everybody understand that?
What made you pick this chapter?
I don't know. This just it came up. This is what God put on me. I was highlighting while I was reading it.
The name is a person of virtue.
A good name. So it's like basically your impression on people will be your impression basically forever.
That means keep far from danger and danger won't find you, Cassandra.
That too. Why it had so many meaning in them first 5. Now you do 6 through 10.
6 through 10 reads, train a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not turn from it. The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. He who sows wickedness reaps trouble, and the rod of his fury will be destroyed. A generous man will himself be blessed, for he shares his food with the poor. Drive out the mocker, and out goes strife. Quarrels and insults are ended. So that makes me think about this morning. Yeah, a lot of people that were
Amen,
being
Mr.
generous this
Sin.
morning. A lot of people were being generous this morning.
Right.
And we was concerned whether people were being honest at heart about it, and that kind of take me into that thought, regardless if they're being honest or not.
It ain't,
It ain't about that.
right.
The generous person will be blessed regardless.
Regardless of what they do with it.
The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower. But I cannot say this. Say that. Borrower.
The borrower
The borrower
is servant to the lender.
is servant to the lender. Dang,
That's deep, ain't it?
Yes.
That's crazy. He that soweth iniquity shall, the number 8, you said different from yours.
You can, Cassandra. Read the King James Version. 5 through 10. I mean 6 through 10.
Thorns and snares are in the way of the forward. He that doeth keep his soul shall be. No, I'm on number 6. Train up a child in the way he shall go, and when he is older, he will not depart from it. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. He that soweth iniquity shall reap vanity, and the rod of his anger shall fail. He that hath a bountiful eyes shall be blessed, for he giveth of his bread to the poor. Cast out the scorner, and contention shall go out. Yea, strife and reproach shall cease. Totally different from what you said. That's true. All perspective, Miss Empress. Basically, strive to be debt free. John, you still in here? Y'all ready to go to
Are you doing what, 11 through?
No, naturally me didn't understand. What you don't understand is basically, do you have a Bible or you just listen?
Debt is enslavement.
Yeah, because sometimes you use it as your crutch.
You ready to go to? You finna break it down for her?
I'm finna see what she don't understand. She keeps saying she don't understand. Like it's. But what you don't understand about it, like, it's basically talking about having a good name and all the things to keep a good name. Don't be servitive towards money, and basically trust God that He gonna provide, like we've been reading in Matthew a lot. Right. That's basically what it's saying. Your reputation is everything. Okay. Number 11 through 15, baby.
It reads, this is Proverbs 22:11. He who loves a pure heart and he who loves a pure heart and whose speech is gracious will have the king for his friend. The eyes of the Lord keep watch over knowledge, but he frustrates the words of the unfaithful. The sluggard says, "There is a lion outside, or I will be murdered in the streets." The mouth of an adulteress is a deep pit. He who is under the Lord's wrath will fall into it. I mean, come on, break it down. You the one
go to
chose.
15.
Oh, it's an folly is bound up in the heart of a child, but the rod of discipline will drive it far from him.
They just basically.
What is this? I'm saying, is this like a sermon? Is somebody on the mountaintop? Like, what is this?
This God talking.
This God talking. Who wrote? Who's saying it? I'm saying, like, explain to me what is
I'm
this?
gonna show you. I'm gonna show you who wrote it. Because it tell all that at the top of my Bible.
I'm saying, how did this begin? Proverbs 1 says what? Prologue purpose. The Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel. The Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel, for attaining wisdom and discipline. Doing what's right. The Proverbs of Solomon, son of. So this Solomon.
Yeah, this Solomon.
The Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel. So Solomon wrote these.
Yes.
But he's not. Okay, so he's not
These
on
are things to live by.
Okay, so this is just.
These are things to live by.
Okay, this is just a rule book.
Right.
Okay. Okay, this isn't a sermon. Okay, this one. Just I'm trying to see what is. Okay. Okay, I got you, honey. All right. Sorry. Let's go. Okay. Okay, I just have to understand. Okay.
He was giving these though. God put this in him.
Okay.
You know, he was chosen by God.
Okay.
God favored him.
Okay. Why was it named Proverbs?
I don't know. Proverbs.
Why was it not called Solomon?
I don't know. The Proverbs of Solomon. That's what it's called. That's what it's saying. I think that's what it's saying, man.
Yeah, the Proverbs of Solomon, son of David. Okay. Okay. What is a proverb? Can we look that up? That word proverb? I have to look it up like I look it up on my own time. Proverb.
It should be in here.
What is a proverb? Proverb. Because verb is action. You know? Proverb.
So what does pro mean?
It's just a word to live by. It's a general truth to live by. Right. Okay. Got you. Okay. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure we're not following a story or anything. But no, it's just different things to go by. Okay. That makes sense. Because I'm trying to follow and I'm trying to read around it. And that don't connect to that. So that's why I'm trying to see what's what. That's all. All right. So, any more discussions on 11 through 15? What's an adulteress?
A strange woman.
Estranged?
A strange
What
woman.
that mean?
That's what it say on my book.
The mouth of an adulteress is a deep pit. He who is under the Lord's wrath will fall into it.
Right.
He who is under the Lord's wrath will fall into it. The sluggard says, "There's a lion outside, or I will be murdered in the streets."
The slothful. Yours don't say slothful?
No, mine says sluggard.
Mine say the slothful man said, "There is a lion without. I shall be slain in the streets."
I'm saying, what that mean? Why he say that? Because before that, it said, the eyes of the Lord will keep watch over knowledge, but he frustrates the words of the unfaithful. The sluggard says, there is a lion outside, or I will be murdered in the streets.
It's a lie.
So it's a lie. A sluggard is a liar. That what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But he
Basically,
frustrates the words of the unfaithful. Drive out the mocker, and out goes strife. Quarrels and insults are ending. Drive out the mocker.
where you at? Where you at?
I'm looking at 10.
Cast out the scorner, and contention shall go out. Yea, strife and reproach shall cease.
Someone who commits sin without caring, that's an adulteress.
Yeah. It's a woman adulteress. Adulteress. If you read it, say, the mouth of an adulteress is a deep pit. He, basically, a man that is abhorred of the Lord shall fall therein.
Okay.
Now,
No.
what does yours say?
Mine says the mouth of an adulteress is a deep pit.
Right.
He who is under the Lord's wrath will fall into it. So
You
the mouth of the Lord's wrath, that means you under the Lord's wrath. You gonna fall for the bull crap.
You gonna fall for the bull crap.
Because the Lord is after you anyway.
Anyway.
Right?
Right, basically.
Well, not after you, but you gotta feel his wrath, so you fell for it. Right? Is that what you're saying?
Right. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from it. Now, what yours say in 15?
Folly is bound up in the heart of a child, but the rod of discipline will drive it far from him. Basically,
what is that saying?
Shit, I ain't mean to say that, y'all, but the child don't know no better. Folly, that means they're gonna mess up. It's in the heart of the child. Is that what you're saying?
Right.
Folly is in
foolishness.
Foolishness, yes.
That's what mine say, foolishness.
Yeah, same
thing.
But the rod of discipline will drive it far from him.
Basically, not beat him. Whoop him. He that oppresses the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth the rich shall surely come to want. What you would say for number 16?
Unfaithful, untrue woman. Okay, so you want to do 16 through 20?
Yeah.
Or you want to do 16 and stop? 16, mine says, he who oppresses the poor to increase his wealth, and he who gives gifts to the rich, both come to poverty.
Go to 20. Just go and go to 20.
Pay attention and listen to the sayings of the wise. Apply your heart to what I teach, for it is pleasing when you keep them in your heart and have all of them ready on your lips, so that your trust may be in the Lord. I teach you today, even you. Have I not written 30 sayings for you, saying of counsels and knowledge, teaching you true and reliable words, so that you can give sound answers to him who sent you? Okay, I kind of went past 20.
But you can stop there because it gets deeper.
Do not exploit the... Okay, we're going to start right there.
Yeah.
He who opposes the poor increases his wealth. He who oppresses the poor to increase his wealth, and he who gives gifts to the rich, both come to poverty. I think that's self-explanatory.
Right.
Okay, let's go to 17. Pay attention and listen to the sayings of the wise. Apply your heart to what I teach, for it is... Okay, that's it. Apply your heart to what I teach, For it is pleasing when you keep them in your heart and have all of them ready on your lips. What you got to say about that?
Basically, when you learn the word, you got to live the word and be able to utter it, because you basically help and show praise in God. You know, you got to speak it. You got to walk it like you're talking. You know, you
And
can't
talk
just
it like you are.
yeah. You got to understand it and be able to give it the way that it was given to you to understand it from God. That's why you're supposed to pray. Discernment.
Okay. Go ahead, you can read the next ones. Study, pray, and apply, right? You got to live it, right, Miss Sims?
Where we at? 22.
We had started 20.
Have not I written to thee excellent things in counsels and knowledge, that I might make thee know the certainty of the words of truth, that thou mightest answer the words of truth. Answer the word of truth to them that sin unto thee. Rob not the poor because he is poor, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. For the Lord will plead their cases and spoil the soul of those that spoil them. Make no friendship with an angry man, and with a furious man thou shalt not go. Lest thou learn his ways and get a snare to thy soul. Be not thou one of them that strike hands, or of them that are sureties for debts. If thou hast nothing to pay, why should he take away that bid from under thee? Remove not the ancient landmark which thy fathers have set. Seest that thou a man.
Do five.
Oh, I didn't get into it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
So you just did 20 through 25.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna read it from the New International Version. It says, "Have I not written 30 sayings for you, sayings of counsel and knowledge teachings, you true and reliable words, so that you can give sound answers to him who sent you?" Wait, what? "Have I not written 30 sayings for you, saying of counsel and knowledge, teaching you true and reliable words, so that you can give sound answers to him who sent you? Do not exploit the poor because they are poor, and do not crush the needy in court, for the Lord will take up their case and will plunder those who plunder them. Do not make friends with a hot-tempered man. Do not associate with one easily angered, or you may learn his ways and get yourself ensnared." That's me. I'm the hot-tempered. I'm the hot-tempered man. Oh, man. I'm the hot-tempered man.
And spoil the soul of those that spoil them. Wow.
Do not be a man who strikes hands in pledge or puts up security for debts. If you lack the means to pay, your very bed will be snatched from under you. Do not move an ancient boundary stone set up by your forefathers. Do you see a man skilled in his work? He will serve before kings. He will not serve before obscure men.
You understand that?
I don't understand the last one. Do you see a man skilled in his work? He will serve before kings. He will not serve before obscure men.
When somebody do something good people come and get them and use them.
Okay, do you see a man skilled in his work? He will serve before kings. He will not serve before right. So if he do a good job at his job, and then he gonna serve the best. Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you what I got a question about though, and I don't mean how about this subject.
Okay.
But how come people have servants and maids and stuff?
What you mean?
That's just like we was talking
When
about.
Okay. Somebody that work for you. People that own businesses, they got people that work for them. That's considered a servant because somebody paying you a wage to do something that they probably couldn't do without you, but if they did it individually, they could.
So these are workers. That's what you're saying. And so Abraham was paying Hagar.
She was her man, his white man servant. His
so
white man
you can
servant.
tell your servants to have sex with certain people.
If that's how she was feeling. She felt bad because she thought she was too old to get pregnant. They had been trying all them
Rachel
years.
and Leah did it too. Had their servants to lay down with Jacob.
Why did they do it? Did it say why did they do it?
I'm just saying though. Yeah, he said why did they do it. I'm just trying to see though, like how is it that people are just servants? And then it talks about slaves too. No. I'm gonna tell you where this thought came from. Because you said that they're just like a worker, they get paid. It was talking about how Abraham had to circumcise everyone, right? And it said even the people that you bought like a slave had to be circumcised. You know what I'm saying? How is they buying people? You bought that person, you ain't paying them. You bought them. You paid somebody else for them.
I never thought about it like that.
Did you see that in Abraham?
Yeah.
Look, when it says circumcise everyone,
yeah.
even, and it says even the people that you bought. And I'm like, why they buying people?
At Morgan & Morgan, our fee.
I see nothing wrong with
even when
this.
Jacob got Rachel and her sister, he had to become a manservant for 5 years each. So he was a manservant for 10 years.
Taco night spills? More like taco night thrills. New Old El Paso tortilla pockets have a sealed bomb that turns anyone.
So anybody could be a manservant or a maidservant. Somebody pay you a wage every day or weekly. Either it was on the barter system. Like you gotta think, most people that had maidservant because either they had land, cattle, something to take care of them, and somebody else that stay over here ain't got that, but need to work. So hey, I'll be your manservant if you give me these wages to feed, or this to feed my family or not. So it's not a bad thing.
Okay, but where did they were bought?
If they were bought, they probably got bought out of bunches from somebody and swore like, if I buy you, you gotta be my manservant to do this for me because they got land and money. Or it could be the other way around, but I don't think it was in the slave type thing because people were able to go home. They just went to work.
Some people volunteered to.
That's true too.
I'm not making a difference. It just kind of like took me for. It just kind of threw me off when I was reading that about Abraham today when they said he had to circumcise even the ones that he bought, and I'm like, he bought people.
Yeah, like
I just didn't expect that.
I understand.
And then they had referred to Abraham as Sarah's master. But y'all know I just be babbling.
These are your thoughts.
Yeah, I just be babbling. I don't know what made me start there today. It's just like I was back to the part where the 3 angels came before Abraham, and he was getting ready, and he washed their feet and fed them some food before they got ready to go to where Lot was. And I was telling you about the angels had knocked on the door. I mean, they wanted to sleep in the town square or something in the center. And then Lot had convinced them to come and sleep in his house.
Right.
And then the angels came to sleep in his house. And then all these men started surrounding the house and was like, send them out. Who are those men you have in there? Send them out so we can have sex with them. Right?
Men want to have sex with the male angels.
Yeah, want to have sex with the male angels. And then Lot said, I got 2 virgin daughters here that y'all can have. Nobody seen nothing wrong with that. You just gonna give these men knocking on the door for a man. And you gonna throw your girls out there to these men. And then when they got ready to go, he went and got the son-in-laws who they were supposed to marry. So you already had husbands for them. And you just, how you just gonna get their stuff away? Like, how you just gonna, nobody sees that as weird? No, they didn't want them. That's what I'm saying. You know they don't want them. But I'm just saying, if it's some dudes outside my door, I ain't finna say, well, I got a collars in here. I'm gonna send my collars out to you guys can have her. All these men outside, you finna get them your 2 only free. No. Come on now. People that it said was, my nanny always told me that there were slave masters and enslaved people that owed debts and daughters of concubines. They were all slaves from my understanding.
He was, and that's true. He was trying to prevent homosexuality.
Yes, he was.
And that's basically it, because he know that that's not right.
So you just finna send 2 girls out there with 20 men.
They were angels though.
What was angels?
So you saying you'll sacrifice the angels?
No, I'm saying I would have told them to get their stupid tail with my dough. I wouldn't have sent my girls out there.
Well, it probably was ordained because it actually showed the angels some of the weakness, because the angels didn't know.
Right. They were going to see.
So with him basically doing what he did, showed the angels how wicked the town was, which helps God plan.
That's crazy though. Soon as 2 men come in the town, all y'all outside the door.
Yeah.
Y'all thirsty. Like, thirsty.
It's like that now.
Baby, no. It's like that now.
But not in the same way. It just have been modified. Everything has been modified.
I'm gonna have to read it out to y'all. I'm gonna have to read it out. Where is it, honey? Where is it, babe?
That's true too, truth be told.
But you know what? When I had the discussion with you, I didn't even understand the homosexuality part until you told me.
Yeah, men knocking on the door and saying, who were those men?
Yeah.
So you didn't get it then?
I'm just saying, like.
But that was one of the main reasons God destroyed them.
I don't know. I guess it just kind of threw me off because the only thing I could focus on was why we pushing the girls out there. I have 2 daughters in here you can have instead. I don't know. But my thing is, how did Lot wind up in the cave though? Because he asked God to ask the angel to let him make it to Zoar. Right? But he didn't go there. He went to a cave. And the wife turned to salt when she looked back.
Yeah, she looked back. Because the angel told him, don't look back, for you will turn to a pillar of salt. And he went and told his wife, don't look back.
They ain't say all that in my book. He said don't look back. But he didn't warn her about turning into salt until she just turned around and turned into salt. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. I don't know. I be going into some deep thoughts though, because
But you have to though.
that slavery thing really kind of made me feel some way.
Don't look at it like that.
Because y'all buying people, and you know Abraham is one of God's most faithful servants, and you know I really like the fact that they call Isaac his only son, even though he was not his only son, he was his second son. But you said that to say that this is his only son because his other son had gone,
right?
Which I really feel like was not fair because Hagar and the son was in the desert.
That's very true, but God had a plan for him too. If you keep going in the Bible, he had a plan for him too.
Yes, he did. The Hagar went and got him a wife from Egypt. Right?
Right.
I don't know. It just kind of threw me off when I saw Abraham bought people. And you know, they talk about how the Bible was used to promote slavery for us. You know, when it talks about how we came over, and I'm trying not to get off subject, but you know how they talk about how we came over and Christianity was introduced to us. And it makes me think about that movie, which I know y'all hate when I talk about movies. It makes me think about that movie, 12 Years a Slave, when the master was outside in front of all the slaves, and he was using the book, talking about 100 lashes to the slaves. And now here I am reading where it's talking about Abraham, the most faithful person who was fit to sacrifice his son, bought people. You know, it just kind of like just draw my attention. That's all.
Don't let that bother you because
But it talks about servants and slaves and stuff in the book, and like that is okay.
You ain't made it to Deuteronomy yet, have you?
No, I'm still in Genesis.
Where you at now?
I'm in Exodus.
Okay, wait till you get to Deuteronomy.
Okay.
When you get to Deuteronomy, it's gonna describe a people in Deuteronomy. You wanna go read some now?
Yeah.
Go to Deuteronomy. Go to Deuteronomy.
I'm going to Deuteronomy.
I'm talking to everybody else.
He said, go to Deuteronomy. Just go to Deuteronomy. I'm going to Deuteronomy. Somebody just put Deuteronomy on here.
Deuteronomy 28.
Deuteronomy 28.
Your Bible don't explain Deuteronomy though.
Chapter 28. Right, but God also delivered you from slavery. He did.
Yes.
So how can people have slaves?
Because when a people take over another people,
that's okay.
If it's in God's eyes, did Abraham go through? Yeah, God made some people slaves. Wait till you read
other
Deuteronomy.
People.
Yeah.
As a punishment.
As a punishment, because you don't obey the word.
So that's what they probably told the blacks. God has made you a slave. You are enslaved. That's why you was born dark. You are cursed. You're a family and bloodline. Okay, come on.
It's in here.
We read in Deuteronomy 28. If you fully obey the Lord your God and carefully follow all his commands I give you today, the Lord your God will set you high above all the nations on earth. All these blessings will come upon you and accompany you if you obey the Lord your God. You will be blessed in the city and blessed in the country. The fruit of your womb will be blessed in the crops of your land and the young of your livestock.
What number you on? What number are you on?
I'm reading chapter 28.
Okay. What yours says? Start over. You sure you on 28?
Yeah, I'm reading 28, but I'm reading... Okay, I'm going to read chapter 28. I'm going to slow down. If you fully obey the Lord your God and carefully follow all his commands I give you today, the Lord your God will set you high above all the nations on earth. All these blessings will come upon you and accompany you if you obey the Lord your God. You will be blessed in the city and blessed in the country. The fruit of your womb will be blessed in the crops of your land and the young of your lives. The calves of your herds and the lambs of your flocks. Your basket and your kneading trough. What you say? 5. Your basket and your kneading trough will be blessed. What is that? Trough.
Blessed shall be thy basket and thy store.
No, mine don't say that. You will be blessed when you come in and blessed when you go out. The Lord will grant that the enemies who rise up against you will be defeated before you. They will come at you from one direction, but flee from
thee in 7 ways.
From you in 7. The Lord will send a blessing on your barns and on everything you put your hand to. The Lord your God will bless you in the land he has given you. The Lord will establish you as his holy people, as he promised you on oath, if you keep the commands of his Lord your God and walk in his ways. Then all the peoples on earth will see that you are called by name of the Lord, and they will fear you. The Lord will grant you abundant prosperity in the fruit of your womb, the young of your livestock, and the crops of your ground, and the land he swore to your forefathers to give you. The Lord will open the heavens, the storehouse of his bounty, to send rain on your land in season and to bless all the work of your hands. You will lend to many nations, but will borrow from none. The Lord will make you the head, not the tail, if you pay attention to the commands of the Lord your God that I give you this day and carefully follow them. You will always be at the top, never at the bottom. Do not turn aside from any of the commands I give you today to the right or the left, following other gods and serving them. However, if you do not obey the Lord your God, do not carefully follow all his commands and decrees I am giving you today, all these curses will come upon you and overtake you. You will be cursed in the city and cursed in the country. Your basket and your kneading will be cursed. The fruit of your womb will be cursed, and the crops of your land, and the calves of your herds, and the lambs of your flocks. You will be cursed when you come in, and cursed when you go out. The Lord will send on you curses, confusion, and rebuke in everything you put your hand to, until you are destroyed and come to sudden ruin because of the evil you have done in forsaking him. The Lord will plague you with diseases until he has you destroyed from the land you are entering to possess. The Lord will strike you with wasting disease, with fever and inflammation, with scorching heat and drought, with blight and mildew, which will plague you until you perish. The sky over your head will be bronze, the ground beneath you iron. The Lord will turn the rain of your country into dust and powder.
Read that again. Go back to 23.
The sky over your head will be bronze.
Brass.
It says bronze. Brass.
I say brass.
The ground beneath you will be iron. The Lord will turn rain of your country into dust and powder. It will come down from the skies until you are ruined. The Lord will cause you to be defeated before your enemies. You will come at them from one direction, but flee from them in 7, and you will become a thing of horror to all the kingdoms on earth. Your carcasses will be food for all the
the fowls of the earth. Keep going.
Okay, this is sounding like a scary story.
This is God telling you what's going to come to your people.
Wait. Your carcasses will be food for all the birds of the air and the beasts of the earth, and there will be no one to frighten them away. The Lord will afflict you with bulls of Egypt and with tumors, festering sores, and the itch from which you cannot be cured. The Lord will afflict you. Okay, you can just take over.
The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and a astonishment of heart, and thou shalt grope at no one days, as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. Thou shalt not only oppress and spoil evermore, and no man shall save thee. Thou shalt betroth the wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build up a house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes of thereof. Thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. thine ass shall be violently taken away from before thy face, and shall not be restored to thee. Thy sheep shall be be given unto thine enemies, and thou shalt not none to rescue them. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with the longing for all the long day. And there shall be no might in thy hand. The fruit of thy land and all thy labor shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be openly oppressed and crushed away. I'm gonna read that again.
Where you at?
I'm in 33.
Hold on. 33. Okay. Go.
Let's go to 32.
Okay.
The sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. And there shall be no might in thine hand. The fruit of thy land and thy labor shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be openly oppressed and crushed away. Okay, you got to read 32.
No, I'm saying all I saw was thou was chalice, Laolithic. What?
This is slavery.
This is a scary story.
This is not a skit. This is not.
Your sons and daughters will be given to another nation, and you will wear out your eyes watching for them day after day, powerless to lift a hand. A people that you do not know will eat what your land and your labor produce, and you will have nothing but cruel oppression all your days. The sights you see will drive you mad. The Lord will afflict your knees and legs with painful boils that cannot be cured, spreading from the soles of your feet to the top of your head. The Lord will drive you and the king you set over you to a nation unknown to you or your fathers. There you will worship other gods of wood and stone. You will become a thing of horror and an object of scorn and ridicule to all the nations where the Lord will drive you. Dang. We can stop. We can stop. Y'all want to hear more about that? That's Deuteronomy 28.
And we ain't through.
No, it ain't through.
He ain't through. It's a whole other page for you. Yep. It didn't already change though. This didn't happen already. We here, ain't it?
Dang.
Think about what he said. Go back to the part about the cities and in the fields and everywhere.
But I'm saying, what does this have to do with slavery? What you're saying is these people that's slaves, that's who these are. This is who we talking about, Deuteronomy.
Yeah.
But a lot of the servants was worshipers of God.
Everybody worshiped God, baby, back then. It wasn't no Jesus. They wasn't looking for no coming.
I'm saying, like, we talking about people being bought and stuff. Their service and stuff.
Are you okay?
This is saying people who don't listen to the Lord.
This is God talking to his people. After all that, what you talking about? This is when they got to the promised land. So
What's
you know
the promised land?
the land flowing with milk and honey.
Where is it?
The last place that they went to, what Moses took them to, Jerusalem. You know, Moses took them across the sea.
Right.
They traveled for 40 years to get to their land.
Okay.
Because of the things that they were doing along the way. They kept messing up. They kept making staffs and worshiping other gods. You gotta understand, it was a people. Just picture walking with 15 to 20, maybe 30,000 people following you. That's a lot. That's a lot of people following you to a new land.
Right. Right.
So you get
people that's losing faith, changing.
Right.
And so so who's saying these? Who is this talking?
This is Moses. Moses wrote this.
Moses wrote this.
This is God talking to Moses, and Moses wrote this to give to the people.
These are the words of Moses spoke to all Israel in the desert east of the Jordan. Okay. This Moses.
This is what God told him to say.
Dang. I ain't made it there.
You want to keep going?
No.
You talk about what they doing before they get. Wait till they get there. When do you get here? This the last book of the Torah. These were the instructions for a people that the forefathers of these people didn't keep obeying God's word. They kept worshiping false idols, taking up, being too friendly, letting other people in, and following their ways. That's what happened to us.
That's what happened. Who is us?
Us is that we did nation, baby. We did nation. Y'all hit the like button.
That's what I've been doing. I done started at the beginning. I'm just going through. But I ain't made it to that. That sound like a scary story. That sound like something I can read to the kid. Now, look him.
Well,
And tell you what God said.
You see, you going through the way you doing it, you start from the beginning and it's taking you step by step.
Yeah,
so
because I be looking up words.
When you get finished, you're going to know the Bible.
Yeah, because I don't just read it. If I don't understand something, I read it over. And then I break words and stuff down too. If I don't understand, I want to look it up.
You got to look about it. Think about it though. What only people on the planet that are afflicted by everybody? Everybody. We were everywhere. We were kings and queens and princes and princesses. We were everywhere. Some of us were people too. We were everywhere. Disobedient. It didn't even tell you not to mix with them.
That sounds like a Jehovah's Witness.
Sit here.
Jehovah's Witnesses don't mix. They do not mix with the worldly.
You got to understand. I don't want to take you too fast, but you're learning rapidly, so keep learning. I ain't gonna deter you. I ain't gonna deter your learning. I want you to learn. But this is what I like about my Bible.
Don't cross the two what?
Blessing for the obedient. And then look what it say on this side. Curses for what?
That's a curse. I thought this means curse.
No, the F is an S. That's
mine
curses.
Got good things in there too.
Yeah, it say curses.
The point, Miss Lady, get a Bible dictionary. Very important to understand what it means in English may not be what it means in the Bible spiritually. Keith, we learn together. But that was nice though, what you picked from Proverbs. I want to pick tomorrow.
God, I pray for this.
I'm going to pick tomorrow.
I prayed for God to give me a word. And when I got to reading, I read a little bit like, let me highlight this. Ooh. You know, I had to highlight it.
I'm picking tomorrow evening's discussion section in the Bible.
You through? You don't want to get finished reading the 28? Yeah. Get finished.
I want to wait to get there.
Just get finished with 28. We ain't got to go to 29.
28 makes me nervous.
Don't be nervous. This is just the curses of the disobedient of God.
This just sounds so horrible.
This the whooping that I be talking about God to put on you, that he put on our people, and it's just time for a certain giant to arise and wake up and be God's people. Because he said even in Revelation that when he created the new earth in the New Jerusalem, where Moses dropped them off it, when he created the new one, wherever in this land where he created it, that he's going to come and be our God with us. And Jesus is going to sit on the right hand. Say that.
You knew, Charlotte. Are we reading about the curse of not following God's commands?
We were at, what number were we on?
38.
Whoa, be careful. Okay, we on 38. We reading Deuteronomy, Tony. Job. All right.
You will sow much seed in the field, but you will harvest little, because locusts will devour it. You will plant vineyards and cultivate them, but you will not drink the wine or gather the grapes, because worms will eat them. You will have olive trees throughout your country, but you will not use the oil, because the olives will drop off. You will have sons and daughters, but you will not keep them, because they will go into captivity. Swarms of locusts will take over all your trees and the crops of your land. The alien who lives among you will rise above you higher and higher, but you will sink lower and lower. He will lend to you, but you will not lend to him. He will be the head, and you will be the tail. All these curses will come upon you. They will pursue you and overtake you until you are destroyed, because you did not obey the Lord your God and observe the commands and decrees he gave you. They will be a sign and a wonder to you and your descendants forever, because you did not serve the Lord your God joyfully and gladly in the time of prosperity. Therefore, in hunger and thirst, in nakedness and in dire poverty, you will serve the enemies the Lord sends against you. He will put an iron yoke on your neck until he has destroyed you. The Lord will bring a nation against you from far away, from the ends of the earth, like an angel swooping down, a nation whose language you will not understand, a fierce-looking nation without respect for the old or pity for the young. They will devour the young of your livestock and the crops of your land until you are destroyed. They will leave you no grain, new wine or oil, nor any calves of your herds or lambs of your flocks until you are ruined. They will lay siege. Is it sage? Siege?
Besiege.
To all the cities throughout your land until the high fortified walls in which you trust fall down. They will besiege all the cities throughout the land the Lord your God has given you. Because of the suffering that your enemy will afflict on you during the siege, you will eat the fruit of the womb, the flesh of the sons and daughters the Lord your God has given you. What? I don't understand. What that mean? You will eat the flesh. You will eat the flesh. You will eat the fruit of the womb, the flesh of the sons and the daughters the Lord your God has given you.
In the siege. Keep going.
Even the most gentle and sensitive man among you will have no compassion on his own brother or the wife he loves or his surviving children. He will not give to one of them any of the flesh of his children that he is eating. It will be all he has left because of the suffering your enemy will inflict on you during the siege of all your cities. Baby, just go ahead. Just go ahead. Just go ahead. Like, just go ahead.
Basically saying you're going to starve.
Just go ahead. You're sick.
Who?
You're sitting here getting a kick out of this. You're sick.
These are the things
But
that
why
we
are
went
you smiling about this? Reading this.
Where you got to...
Maybe just...
But you got to understand, he made a covenant. As long he still made a covenant with us. That's why when you get in Deuteronomy, you're gonna see he after that he made a covenant with us as his people.
All right, baby. I ain't got there yet. I'll take my time. Right, just good. I'll take my time.
I'm just saying, like.
And this is just funny to you.
Why
are you smiling?
Because the goodness of God, these are the things that can happen to you if you don't be good.
You like hearing that. This is what's gonna happen to you. Oh. He said, "Bring." That's why he's smiling. Now he's smiling. Like history shows, folks eat others when they starving, including kids. Right? Exactly. That's what I just read. I know I'm not crazy. I know I just read that.
You just read it. I have nothing to say.
That's more than wicked. That's evil. You know what I'm saying? You saw God said that? God said that. God said that.
Yeah.
Come on now. God said that.
So this what's gonna happen to you if you don't obey His word.
God said that.
Because
Moses said that God said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
God said that.
God said that.
No.
God said that. Love and merciful God said that. Come on.
Disobedient.
Baby, did you just hear what?
Baby, I've been ready.
And they said, couldn't nobody talk to God but Moses.
At that time.
Only Moses can talk to him. And he went up there and came back. And that's what he said.
Mama, stop!
You gotta look at what this is.
That's what he
No.
said.
This when he got back. When they once they made it to Jerusalem, once they crossed over and they made it to the land. This is what he told them.
And that's what God said.
He gave commandments though.
That's what God said.
Yeah.
But Moses brought that back.
Obey his commandments.
Okay.
Mama, stop.
I'm just saying though. God said you probably gonna eat kids. Golly, that was a little long.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
No, it's just a little weird. Come on, that made you pop your head. I call you want to read some Deuteronomy? I got room. That just kind of threw me out. Are we freezing?
No. We're not freezing. I'm just reading it. I'm looking at the comment.
Oh my God.
That's God wanting you to be afraid of what he can do to you. And that's why I was trying to get you to understand. After all those things that God says could happen, that we actually went through, he still made a covenant for us to be able to save ourselves and get your birthright back. Because when you being chased, it's just like you punishing them. It's always a reward when you do what I tell you in the end. So it's like making a promise to your child.
That music go perfectly with Deuteronomy. Okay, y'all. Covenant and restoration. I ain't made it there yet, y'all. I'm gonna wait till I get there. I ain't there yet. I gotta keep reading.
What Big Quinn said back here. He just wants you to keep. Some of you read that. God does not want you to be afraid. This is Miss Diane answer. He wants you to reference him.
Yeah, I see Miss Anderson. Deuteronomy kind of threw me. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting for us to go read that. I wasn't expecting that. I never even knew such things was written or existed in that book like that. It just kind of threw me off. That's all.
nigga, we just scared. My wife they got
we finna
scared.
end this live. Finna end this live, y'all. We gonna.
Was it scary to you?
It's very scary. It makes me question a lot of things. It makes me think about a lot of things. But all I'm saying is, this is what Moses said that God said.
Yeah. You read, you listen to it every night when Moses went to talk to God.
Moses came up with all that.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
How could he split the sea to save them people?
That kind of thick. Show a few lines, one at it. Come on now, that's kind of thick there. That's kind of thick. Anytime you gonna be carcasses and the birds gonna eat you and nothing to be there to swam them away.
Just keep
They should have put that in Revelation.
Then if you think that's scary, you don't want to. I went to 20s in Revelation and read about the new earth and new kingdom. You couldn't even understand Revelation because it's scarier.
I ain't made it there yet, y'all. I ain't gonna rush it. Yeah, we gonna wait till we get there. I ain't made it there yet. I'm still in Exodus. But once I get there.
Thank you, bro.
Once I get there.
I had a good time on this evening study with you. For real, like I really enjoyed this.
Oh, it made me not want to read no more today.
Okay, Ecclesiastes 6:37. Alright, I'll do it.
Afraid of Revelations.
6:37. Ecclesiastes 6:37. Let that mind be upon the ordinance of the Lord, and meditate continually in his commandments. He shall establish thy heart and give thee wisdom at thy own desire. You understand that? It say, let that mind be upon the ordinance of the Lord, and meditate continually in his commandments. He shall establish thy heart and give thee wisdom at thy own desire. So the more you study, the more wisdom you're going to get.
Right.
Not just in here. You seek other places too.
I do.
All right. And the better you're going to understand. That's all.
I do. This right here don't be enough. I mean, it's supposed to be, but sometimes I have to go deeper to understand certain stuff.
Just pray. That's what Miss Angela Pettis said. Pray, pray, pray.
You didn't need coffee? We drinking tea this evening. We used to have coffee in the morning, but coffee makes me really
I think I'm going to need me another cup. I need to fill myself up. I need to fill myself up with some more tea so when you get out the toilet, I can get on it. Thank y'all for being a part of this. Ja, you ain't say much today, Ja. Where you been?
I just tuned in. Arsenio got one more. Ecclesiastes 4:28.
All right. Let me highlight that last one though. Let me highlight that. I like that. I need to remember that. Like, I think I done found my favorite one. That's a great one right there. What is it? For what? $4.28. 4:28 read, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. And it seemed like the right music playing.
That's what I said.
Right. He gave us a choice.
I'm just kind of, a little baffled at this point.
So, how y'all feel about this live? If y'all think this live was good, y'all give us a thumbs up. Free will.
Tomorrow evening we'll be on Woods. On Woods channel. I don't know. I'm gonna keep reading, you guys. Keep searching. I ain't gonna lie, that's all I
Appreciate
did all
that,
day
y'all.
today though. Was read. I read a lot today.
That's a good thing, though. I did too. You thought I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying?
No, I didn't. Yeah, so y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Woods page. Cash Woods. Right, Kyra. Thanks, Be Free. Thanks for tuning in, Be Free. Hey, Quentin.
Thank you, CJ.
Next time I see Quentin, I think about this morning. I don't know. Hopefully we'll get out tomorrow, maybe. We didn't go anywhere today. Want to get out tomorrow? Hey. No, you don't want to go nowhere? Okay. Yeah, like I said in the beginning. But yeah, we don't mean to run off, but Jeremiah slept kind of late, so he's late starting on his class work.
Yes, we have to give him the table.
And we have to give the kids the table back to work on their class work, and also we have to go over some scriptures and stuff with the kids and do their Bible study.
All right. Arsenio gave me no.
Arsenio said the last one was the last one. He gonna say last and finally. Thanks, Kyra.
You welcome naturally, man. Arsenio, he said 2, 1 through 5. My son, if thou come to serve the
You read from the
Lord.
Apocrypha?
Yeah.
Okay.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. That's what's up, man.
What'd you get from me?
Set your mind on God, and just trust that he gonna lead you, not astray.
Okay.
It's basically telling you to study. That's what Ecclesiastes is telling the people to study.
Okay, you guys. Well, we're gonna get up in the morning. We're going to get up in the morning.
We're gonna do this again. I'm gonna ask God for another word. I'm glad we can help. You know what? I think I wanna do Deuteronomy.
You're sick. You're sick, dude. You're sick. Thank you, Be Free. Everything is one step at a time. And I said I was picking tomorrow's word. Well, I want to. Well, I can pick one. You can pick the second one.
I'm gonna do that.
I pick a word for the morning. You pick a word for the evening. I'm gonna pick a word for the morning. I'm excited. I get to pick a word for the morning. So how do you pick your word, though? How do you do it? How do you pick your word?
I pray and I open my Bible.
And whatever it open to.
Sometimes God will make me keep going. And when I read it, he'll just be like, this is it.
What you mean he'll be like?
Because it'll be the thought process, like, okay, this is it right here. Okay. Like, it'll just be, this it. That one. Be still. Read
It just
that.
stand out to you.
It stands out.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right, you guys. We will see you guys in the morning. And right. You were in that pocket where it kind of threw me off. But thank y'all for tuning in. And like I said, y'all don't take a lot of stuff that I say to hard, because I just be babbling sometimes. Right. Right, Kyra. Kyra said, do the right, make you want to get in your room and fly away, girl.
Now, do the right, make you want to break your bro. Okay, I'm not flying anymore.
I'm not flying ever again. Yeah, see y'all in the morning.
Y'all be blessed.
Love y'all.